Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Now, if this video hits 1,500 likes within 24 hours, we're giving away $100 worth of crypto, and all you have to do is make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. Having said that, man, a ton has been coming out for XRP, hasn't there? I mean, first of all, Crypto.com officially is going to delist, as they said, XRP. Coinbase, of course, is going to halt the trading, and generally, everybody's quite negative about it. However, I'm still quite positive over the longer term, even though I really understand that most people have given up hope. Once more, I'm not saying you should buy any. I'm not saying you should sell any. I'm not saying it's going to be all right. I'm just saying I am still with them. And the main reason for that is, as I said before over on Twitter, I like the risk to reward, and I'm going to take that risk. If it goes to zero, I go to zero. If we go to the moon, I go to the moon. And basically the bet that we're taking here is that eventually XRP will be declared not a security, where we'll most likely get a ton of freaking profit. All right, that's basically what we are betting on here. Again, because those are where the gains are going to lie. If you want to sell now, though, you should consider two things. First of all, how big in the loss are you? Because at some point, I sometimes think, man, better just take the complete zero rather than like an 80% loss, depending on where you're at. And second of all, are you not overreacting? Now, for the second one, I can almost guarantee that you're not, as this is shaken out, I think, like 70% of the rational thinkers. However, once more, I personally feel as if right now I just gotta stick with it because I've committed, right? Even though I've tried to purchase lower a couple of times already, and I actually have a couple of buy orders open right as we speak, is because I'm still going to try and increase my position rather than give up completely, even though I know that between now and the next couple of months, the price may only go down further. Because, for example, Coinbase is going to delist them officially, I believe the 19th, but let's quickly check it out. Coinbase announces Ripple's XRP trading suspension, price down by 23.3%. So let's see here, January 2021, yes. According to the official statement, in light of the SEC's recent action against Ripple Labs, Coinbase plans to suspend trading in XRP on Tuesday, January 19th, 2021 at 10 a.m. PST. Yesterday, Bitstamp said it, and right now, a little bit later, Crypto.com also said it. But for all of you that did not know or understand, given the SEC's recent action, they are going to stop you from trading it. For right now, though, all XRP books have been moved to limit only. So basically, you can still buy XRP right now. You can still have orders open. I don't think any of that matters too much. But they're going to suspend it by January 19th. All right, so from right now, there's nothing really that happens. And also, it's not like your wallet is not going to be supported anymore. It's not like it's officially delisted. It's not like you have to take out all your coins. But you cannot trade it anymore, which is what they've said. So you might forever be able to withdraw. You might forever be able to do some stuff with it. You actually might even be able to deposit here, because it kind of feels as if Coinbase is trying to take the minimalistic approach by just halting trading, nothing else. Because, well, trading a security is different than just having a security on there. Because I think they consulted the SEC and noticed that, hey, the only problem lies with people trading it right now, because that loses their money. But to some degree, I kind of find as if them not allowing people to trade is actually once more worse if it turns out to be not a security. Even if it turns out to be a security, they just made sure that all these people who couldn't trade it anymore right now could not get rid of their position. On the contrary, though, they gave them like a 20-day notice here, or how long? Yeah, about 20 days or so to get rid of their coin, so it's just on how you want to see it. Moving further, though, Crypto.com here has an article, XRP delisting from Crypto.com app in the US. Once more, if you're not from the US, nothing of this applies to you. This is just talking about US customers. Effective January 19th, which I think is just because Coinbase did it that they also want to follow through, XRP will be delisted and trading suspended from the Crypto.com app in the US. Below, please find the listing of XRP will be handled across Cryptos.com products. Deposit and withdrawals will not be possible, at least. No, guys, sorry. Deposit will not be possible. Withdrawal will always work. I was already confused. I was like, man, if they delist it, they might actually still allow withdrawals, because I've never seen a coin that really also stops accepting that unless you're able to trade it. So, for example, some coins that I had got listed on Binance, but I still had the possibility to sell my coins for some other ones. Or maybe it was actually like Hit BTC or something like that. So Crypto.com Earn, US-based customers with XRP Earn deposits will have their XRP unlocked and moved to their crypto wallet on December 29th, so that is today. Interest will be paid up until this date. And talking about Flare, I actually think that this is not decided yet for any exchange. Even Bitree just said we'll just continue on. However, how that's going to be working for US customers is still quite unclear. Then, Jed McCaleb estimated XRP holdings and profits total $1.2 billion, recent data says. I just find that if Ripple and Brad Garlinghouse / Chris Larsen are sued, he has to be sued too. I just kind of feel as if that would be a lot more just. However, yeah, it's not the situation or the way it's looking right now. It looks like he's getting away with it, but I guess that's also why he's not really selling any right now at all. I don't think he wants to draw attention, and I don't think many people are actually calling out his name, even though they should, because he's the biggest annoyance of it all. I mean, he has a holding / profit of 1.2 billion. That's literally as big as the lawsuit is about, as those sales are 1.3 billion. And I find it interesting to see that nobody's actually going after him because, well, we're considering him as just a big holder, right? And by the way, I'm going to be posting another video here a little bit later, kind of comparing XRP and Ethereum, because I feel as if XRP shouldn't be classified as security from the bigger picture. But why, I'll come into a little bit later, as I want to make a separate video about that. But it also considers Jed McCaleb here a little bit, because Jed McCaleb is just considered a big holder. He's just considered a guy with a lot of XRP, and he can sell that to his own discretion. Same thing goes for XLM. But the real core fundamentals behind it, I don't really support. And I think there's a couple things wrong, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Then Canadian firm Nextech buys $2 million in Bitcoin. CEO reasons why. I don't actually think we should look into the reasons. We all understand why these guys are doing it. And the bigger reason is because, well, with cash, the only possible upside is that it's stable and you get a 0.05% or so return. This individual is here talking about a 0.06% return, but basically nothing. And they quote, "We think that as a part of the digital transformation, a paradigm shift to digital gold is underway. And as Bitcoin is seen more and more as a store of value, just like gold, it'll catch up to gold," which I agree with. I kind of am skeptical about buying a lot of Bitcoin now because I kind of feel as if it's already so high where I'm kind of dumb to buy more because I had such a huge chance to buy at 3,000, even 2,000. And now at 30,000, I'm like, yeah, let me buy more. No, I cannot be that guy, right? And even if I wanted to, I can't really buy that much still. Because if you buy like Ethereum or so, it feels a lot more satisfying because the prices are relatively quite low. Same thing goes for XRP. But if you buy Bitcoin, it just feels sad to just after months of work, for example, to be able to buy only 0.1 Bitcoin or something like that, right? It just feels kind of sad because it's not as satisfying to buy a part of a coin rather than quite a lot of them. When I'm buying or picking up ZIL, I was doing that about yesterday, I think, right? I told you guys about that. I picked up so many and it just feels good because even if you put let's say $800 towards it, I don't know how much it did, you just have a ton of freaking coins. Let's quickly check it out. $800 worth is... 800 is 10,000 ZIL. That stuff feels nice to have. You know, it just feels a little bit more satisfying in my opinion. Then Grayscale has 19 billion in crypto assets under management, up from 16.4 last week. So they've been adding a lot of crypto in the last couple of days. Pretty damn interesting to see, especially the exponential ratio that this is going with, right? Because again, in 1 week here, they have either, no, I think actually this is just talking about the Bitcoin value, which has shifted up. And more investment, right? Because it actually doesn't mean they actually bought more crypto, right? Or does it? Let's actually see net assets under management holdings per share and market price per share for our investment products. Total AUM, $19 billion. Okay, so now actually they did buy a ton more BTC. It's actually pretty crazy in my opinion to notice how much they've been purchasing and how heavy they're going at it. At least to me, it is quite crazy. $19 billion. That's insane, guys. That is insane. Ripple's price analysis, those are the possible floors that might stop XRP's bloodbath. Well, I don't really think there's any floor that can stop the bloodbath. I actually think it can kind of just continue to go down lower and lower and lower. However, the only thing I can kind of say on that regard is that I think there must be a point where people are just kind of picking it up, whatever happens, which might be towards like 6 cents or so. And it can even fall lower if we get another wave of huge bad news. But I kind of feel as if we're just going to fall down so slowly where eventually the SEC or Ripple will have one statement out there, which is just going to be positive. Or by the time we're at January 19th, when it actually is going to get halted, when it's going to be officially halted on a lot of places, that either at that point we've already hit bottom, where people have already anticipated it for so long so it won't go down even more. But on the contrary, since you cannot trade it anymore and those places have a lot of trading volume for XRP, it's basically going to run kind of dry, right? And once more, it comes back to the point that we are having to make a choice right now. We have to make a choice where we're either betting on XRP still not being a security or it being one and acting accordingly. But I guess if you're a smart individual, just if you are really hurt by this, think for the next time about diversifying your portfolio, as it might be a very smart thing to do. Also, guys, check out Webull, all right, if you're from the US, because you can get 4 stocks for free for 2 more days. After 2 days is finished, this cool action. And check out Unstoppable Domains if you want to pick up some, go ahead and do that. I picked up a couple as well. I think it's a pretty cool website, but link down below. Bitcoin to 10 times, Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin, and DeFi unicorns, crypto market 2021 prediction. So for 2021, I think the most important thing to know is, well, DeFi is most likely going to be taken off once more. I think it's going to get a lot bigger. And with all this staking that's kind of becoming more popular, there's actually so much money to be made, which a lot of people do not know about. I might actually talk about that more on maybe either a new channel, I don't want to make another one, or maybe on the 5-minute crypto one where I just talk a little bit more about DeFi or related projects, maybe even here. Because I am trying a lot of different stuff nowadays. I just am kind of weary to show it because I don't want to involve people with things that have such a high risk like DeFi. All the yield farming and stuff like that, I do not like to show it in videos because I think it's too risky. Some of the projects, though, I do show whenever I feel a little bit more comfortable that they have either backing or some other YouTubers have talked about them. Otherwise, I like to just admit it because, well, yeah, I don't want to be that guy who, pushes something that is so risky. So I kind of wait for others to do it first. And then XRP tanks to 19 cents. Peter Schiff takes a jab at XRP. He's going to continue on with this for forever, I think. And the biggest point is people are just now saying, yeah, you see, it was a security, yada, 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 but it's not been proven. Until it is proven, I'm going to shut my mouth. And even then, I kind of feel as if it's not fair. It's not a fair judgment. I've read the whole lawsuit a couple times. I still think it is not fair, but I can understand why people, if it's going to be deemed a security, would be upset or would leave completely and never look back and just be sad. I get that. Or why people think it's justified. I personally do not think so, though. I now know for sure the SEC is not after justifying for investors. It could be that either the SEC and Ripple are working together because of proper regulations for the crypto space, or that they're having some freaking debates over there to just crack it down, because this that's happened right now, in my opinion, is not logical. In my opinion, it's not just honest work. I just feel as if there's something in the back end here which is pushing it with their own motives, but it's hard to prove because who exactly is doing that and why are they doing it? We don't know. But if you also think like me that this move, if XRP is a security, will be a very negative thing for crypto, then you also know that we should be wary of every single move the SEC makes here. Right? Some guys are comparing it to Tesla and whatever. I don't think any of the lawsuits really resemble what we're seeing right now. A lot of those guys got sued, but for way less issues or way smaller issues. I guess the only one you can compare it with is banks who got sued for this type of stuff. But yeah, this would definitely be a crypto crackdown. Right now, it's a crackdown as well, where it's like a weak hand tester. But eventually, if XRP is deemed a security, it will test so many different crypto holders, so many different crypto, and most likely Bitcoin will not even be affected that much as, well, the Bitcoin holders, they don't care about altcoins, right? A lot of the Bitcoin holders are just Bitcoin maxis, which I also understand. But if you want to be safe, you can just go with Bitcoin and Ethereum. But once more, it's not like they're really inherently safe because eventually they can actually be redeemed as a security as well. If they just claim every other coin is a security, they can come back, go for another lawsuit or go for another proposition and actually claim Ethereum and Bitcoin are also securities, which, again, is not the safest thing. So, yeah, just consider that for a little second. Thank you guys all for watching. See you guys again in another one. And have a nice and enjoyable day, everybody.